All right, so yeah, today we're looking at the all-time top 5 players in the Championship. And honestly, the Championship is, it's kind of wild, isn't it? Like, it's technically the second division, but it feels more competitive than half the top leagues in Europe. One of the toughest leagues to get out of, 46 games, insane schedule, and every season you've got these massive clubs battling out with smaller teams punching way above their weight. And the players, some of them you're thinking, wait, why is he even in the Championship, while others are like these hidden gems you only start noticing once they've already carried their team to the top 6. It's physical, it's unpredictable, and yeah, it's basically a grind from start to finish. So yeah, before I get distracted naming every team that almost got promoted last season, let's just get into it. The top 5 EFL Championship players of all time. Alright, so yeah, Wes Hoolahan. Now, when he was in the Championship, he was, well, honestly, he was something else. People used to call him the Irish Messi, which, okay, maybe a little over the top, but you see what they mean. Low centre of gravity, incredible close control, and this insane ability to slip passes through defenders that didn't even look like gaps existed. And the crazy thing, he wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the fastest, but somehow he just dictated the game. At Norwich especially, every time he got the ball, you were watching, creating chances, controlling tempo, making everything tick. He could make a scrappy league like the Championship feel, well, a little magical. So yeah, Hoolahan made 222 appearances in the Championship, scoring 29 goals and providing 44 assists. Not bad for a guy who wasn't even supposed to be there, right? So yeah, Wes Hoolahan, proper Championship legend. Not the flashiest physically, but in terms of skill, vision, and just making everything work, absolutely top tier. Alright, so next up, Billy Sharp. If you followed English football, especially in the lower leagues, you know this guy. Born in Sheffield, he's basically a local legend. Played for Sheffield United, Doncaster Rovers, and even had stints at Southampton and LA Galaxy. But it's his time in the Championship that really stands out. Sharp made over 250 appearances in the Championship, scoring more than 100 goals. That's a serious return for a striker who's been through the grind of English football. And it's not just about the goals. His leadership, his work ethic, and his ability to pop up with crucial strikes in big moments made him invaluable. Even now, at 39 years old, he's still going strong with Doncaster Rovers in League 2. That's nearly 2 decades of professional football. 6 promotions, countless goals, and a legacy that's hard to match. So yeah, Billy Sharp, proper Championship icon. Not just for the goals, but for the heart and soul he brought to every team he played for. Alright, so next up, Ross McCormack. Now, this guy was a proper Championship striker. Born in Glasgow, he started his career at Rangers, but it was at Motherwell where he really made his mark. Then he moved to Cardiff City, and that's where he started banging in goals consistently. Over his career, McCormack made 336 appearances in the Championship, scoring 121 goals. That's a serious return. He had a standout season at Leeds United, finishing as the Championship's top scorer with 28 goals in the 2013-14 season. Then, Fulham came calling, and he continued his goal-scoring form. Even later in his career, he had stints at Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, and even played in Australia with Melbourne City and Central Coast Mariners. But it was always in the Championship where he was most lethal. So yeah, Ross McCormack, proper Championship legend. Consistent, clinical, and always a threat in front of goal. Alright, so next up, Adel Taarabt. Now, his Championship story is a bit wild. He landed at QPR, and during that magical 2010-11 season, he absolutely lit it up. 19 goals and 21 assists, and was rightly named Championship Player of the Year. I mean, those numbers, insane output for a midfielder. That season, he wasn't just scoring, he was the league's playmaker, cracking open defences with his flair and vision, basically turning QPR into champions. Before that, he wasn't a one. He played 92 Championship games for QPR, racking up a total of 40 goal contributions. That's consistency, creativity, and chaos, all wrapped into one. Of course, Taarabt had his temper and training issues. Well, that boy could drift off mid-match. But when he was on it, pure magic. A proper maverick who made the league feel, well, a bit more exciting in that maddest of leagues, the Championship. Finally, we've got Alexander Mitrović, and honestly, this guy just owns the Championship. Every time he's dropped into the league with Fulham, he's absolutely torn it apart. When he first arrived in 2018, he smashed in 12 goals in 17 games, pretty much firing them to promotion on his own. Then, the 2019-20 season, 26 goals, top scorer, no surprise. But the real record breaker came in 2021-22 when he scored 43 goals in 44 games. That's not just good, that's history. He literally set the all-time single-season scoring record for the championship. Across his time in the league, he's got about 125 appearances and 85 goals, which is just ridiculous consistency. Basically, whenever Fulham needed goals, Mitrović delivered. In the Premier League, he's up and down, but in the Championship, yeah, it's his playground. So yeah, that's the 5. Some proper Championship icons, magicians, goal machines, leaders, the kind of players that make this league so unpredictable and so fun to watch. And hey, if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment with who you think should have made the list, and of course, subscribe. I'm Ranking Reporter, and I'll be uploading these kinds of videos every single day, so yeah, stick around, there's plenty more coming.